Nalini Miller will jump it up with Tanazia Harden. USF in their home white uniforms with the green lettering and gold trim. And the tip is won by USF, and Chichi Apalake takes it down the floor and lays it in off the left side. The tap went right to Apalake, who got the easy basket, and USF quickly goes up 2-0. Pressure by the Bulls. They get it down low. Harden had it knocked away from behind by Dixon out of bounds. It will stay with Coppin State. Coppin State wearing blue uniforms with black lettering and gold and black trim. They inbound the right baseline. Right baseline jump shot is good by Rashida Suber. Suber, averaging 19 points per game, the 5'8 senior from Reading, Pennsylvania, had 16 points in the win over St. Joe's. We're tied up at 2. Right side now is Sheets. Sheets off the crossover, penetrating, goes all the way and has it blocked away by Harden. Coppin State with the basketball. It's a 3-on-3, and now Oakley will slow it up. Gets it up top. The foul line jump shot is good by Talia Sutton, the 5'11 senior out of Staten Island, New York. And Coppin State goes up 4-2. Up top it's Apalake. Right side Dixon. Right blocks now Miller. Turnaround jump shot off the glass and in. The bank is open at night for Nalini Miller. And we are tied up at 4. We played just over a minute here from the Sun Dome. Second round of the NIT. Bulls with some pressure, but Coppin State breaks it out of the right corner. Jump shot missed by Oakley, and it's rebounded by USF. Here comes Tristan Webb. Webb, left side for Dixon. Dixon will pull it back out. Dixon, left side. Miller, traveled. Nalini Miller's had a problem with the traveling bug. You can do that all you want after the season, but right now we're still playing basketball. And USF hoping to extend their season here tonight. Coppin State will get it back. And now the inbound to Noel. Noel in the forecourt. Down low right blocks. Harden. Turnaround jump shot blocked by Miller. Taken down by Sheets. Bulls coming back the other way. Sheets down the right side. Right corner. Here's Tristan Webb. Baseline jump is no good. Rebound. Dixon was fighting for it with Harden. Tie up. A held ball. Possession arrow to Coppin State. So the Eagles will get it back. 18-14 left to go in this opening half. And we are tied up at 4. Full court pressure by the Bulls. Deep in the backcourt now, Shalimar Oakley. Oakley crosses the midcourt line, gets it deep on the left side now to Suber. Suber in the forecourt, bounce pass up top. Now for Noel, lobbing it down low. Harden with the catch, and she couldn't get it to go. Rebounded by Dixon. Bulls coming back the other way. Dixon bounces it left side to her streaking Sheets, who lays it up and in, going to the basket. Rachel Sheets with her first field goal of the game, and the Bulls go up 6-4. Oakley to Suber in the forecourt. Suber left side. Suber a long three. She got it. From the left side, Rashida Suber, a 33% shooter from downtown. And Coppin State goes up 7-6. Suber with 5 early points. Dixon, left wing now for Sheets. Sheets beyond the arc, up top now for Miller. Right side for Webb. Tristan Webb looking. Webb puts it on the floor, penetrates in the key, kicks it out left side. Here's Apalake across the lane, lost it. And let's see what the call is. A whistle and a foul. A foul on Coppin State. That will be on to Tanazia Harden. Tanezia Harden. Portia Grant, 6'2 freshman, will check in for USF. A very early entrance as Chichi Apalake will check out. Now the inbound by Webb underneath the Coppin State basket. Tristan looking, gets it underneath to Grant, and she traveled. Portia Grant got her right underneath the basket and maybe was a little over anxious trying to get that layup in. Took an extra step, and USF turns it over. 2 turnovers for the Bulls. Full court pressure now by USF. And now Suber looking to inbound. Suber looking to get it in. Does so now to Shalimar Oakley. Oakley being hawked, now being double teamed. Gets it over the midcourt line, deep on the left side to Rashida Suber. Being guarded by Rachel Sheets. That's a great matchup. Sheets, USF's best defender. Suber between the circles against Sheets. Suber, pull-up jump, left elbow. She missed it. Offensive rebound, Harden. She sticks it up off the glass, a brick. And it's rebounded by Miller of USF. Here come the Bulls back the other way. Webb pulls it up front. Webb penetrating down the right side. Stripped by Oakley and a steal. Oakley ahead of the field. Gets it over now to Sutton, and she traveled. Check that Tamika Noel traveled. Trying to jump stop, going to the basket. So Noel turns it back over to USF with 16:36 left to go in this opening half. Webb deep on the right side. Tristan Webb being guarded by Oakley. Coppin State staying man-to-man to start out. A lot of teams have been playing USF zone, but the Eagles will go man. Dixon gets a pick up top. Dixon left side. Dixon pull-up jumper. Three's no good, but a foul. Let's see if they call that a three. She may have had her foot on the line. No, 2 free throws will be coming up. Rashida Suber fouling Dixon just inside the yard. Jessica Dixon to the free throw line. School's all-time leading scorer comes in with 2,366 points. Dixon, a first-team All-Big East selection. An 83% foul shooter coming in. Dixon lets it go. It's good. Dixon had a big game against Seton Hall in the first round of that Big East tournament with 27 points. USF beat Seton Hall in round 1, lost to UConn by 20 in the second round, but it wasn't enough to get in the eyes of the selection committee. Now Melissa Dallenberg will check in, the 6'4 freshman, as she replaces Nalini Miller. So USF now with 2 freshmen in the front court, and Dallenberg and Portia Grant, with Tristan Webb, Rachel Sheets, and Jessica Dixon in the backcourt. They lob it to Suber in the forecourt. Suber underneath to Harden, who lays it home. So that time, Coppin State easily breaking the USF pressure, and the Eagles go up by 1, 9-8. We played 4 minutes here in the second round of the WNIT from the Sun Dome. Dixon left side, 15-foot jump shot, back rim, rebounded by Webb. Webb up top to Dixon. And now they swing it back around to Webb, deep on the right side to reset the offense. And now head coach Jose Fernandez will call out a play. Webb dribbling up top now to Grant. Portia Grant down low, right blocks. Dallenberg, turnaround jump shot, way off. Rebound tapped about, recovered by Coppin State. Ahead of the field now, it's Noel. It's 2-on-2. Noel slicing to the basket, dishes on the right side. A 3-point basket by Suber is missed. Weak side rebound tapped out of bounds along the left corner as Rachel Sheets tried to save it and could not do so. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside. 15-19 left to go in this opening half. Second round of the WNIT. The score, Coppin State 9, USF 8. This is USF Women's Basketball on the Bulls Radio Network.
Did you know that Likes has insured Florida families and businesses for over 80 years? That's right. Likes means insurance. They're dedicated to service with one purpose in mind, to provide the broadest, most competitive insurance coverage available. With all the changes in the world, isn't it nice to know Likes Insurance has stood the test of time? So call Likes Insurance today at 1-800-243-0491 or find them on the web at www.lykesinsurance.com. Likes Insurance Incorporated, insuring Florida's families and businesses since 1925.
I was sitting in my backyard watching baseball on TV and drinking a Coke. I'd called in sick. I wasn't sick. Should I feel guilty? I thought. Am I a bad employee? I wondered.
What? Oh,
I saw a fly ball
got
going
caught
to
up
the
in other
stands,
stuff.
and there's my boss on TV, drinking a Coke, sitting half the game, and watching baseball. I yelled. Maybe I should send him a get well card.
The Coke side of life.
Talk Radio 860 WGUL.
USF Athletics and H. Lee Moffitt Cancer Center Research Institute have joined forces in the bullfight against cancer. Moffitt's sole mission is to contribute to the prevention and cure of cancer. H. Lee Moffitt Cancer Center Research Institute, the preferred charity of USF Athletics. Welcome back to the Sun Dome. 15-19 left to go in the first half of the WNIT. USF trailing Coppin State 9-8. Shantia Grace sees her first action after being benched for the start of this game. Grace is in there now with Tristan Webb, Chichi Apalake, Nalini Miller back on the floor along with Jessica Dixon. Shalimar Oakley in between the circles. Gets it now right wing to Noel. Bounce pass right side now for Rashida Suber. Suber down low right blocks to Harden, and her layup was missed completely. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by USF. So Coppin State will hold on to it. Noel looking inbound, does so in the left corner. Left baseline is Suber. Cut off by Apolike. I think that's Talia Sutton. Her scoop shot is no good. Sutton, though, follows up her own miss. And a reset for Coppin State. Oakley in between the circles, guarded by Shantia Grace. Chance of defense from this USF crowd. Quick pass inside. Sutton way off, but she picks up her own offensive board once again. On the right side is Suber, trying to penetrate. Shuffles off right side. Sutton drops step in her lane, bottled up, gets it off to Harden, who lays it up and in off the right side. And Ezia Harden with her second field goal of the game. She now has 4 points. Right side, Shantia Grace fires and hits a 12-footer. Grace's first field goal of the game, and USF was within 1. Pressure by the Bulls, but it's broken easily by Coppin State. Right side, it's Noel. Inside for Harden, and she was bottled up by Miller. Here comes the Bulls the other way. Webb down the left side. Webb slows it back up, waits for the traffic to come back down, and Dixon gets it up top. Dixon guarded by Suber. You can hear Jose Fernandez in the background yelling for Dixon to take it to Rashida Suber. 10 on the shot clock for the Bulls. Left side, Miller driving left baseline. Scoop shot is no good. Rebounded by Noel. Bad shot that time by Miller. Noel in the forecourt. Knocked away from behind by Webb. It goes out of bounds. Let's see. Along the baseline, last touch by Coppin State. And the Bulls will get it back. Wendy Cunningham checks in for the first time for Coppin State. Cunningham, he's 6'3" sophomore from Baltimore, Maryland. USF comes back the other way now, going from right to left from your vantage point in this first half. Webb, top of the key now, Dixon. Dixon dribbling right side. Up top now for Webb. Webb down the left side, trying to penetrate, kicks it out for Grace. Now on the right side, Dixon, open three. She got it! Jessica Dixon fires and hits from Ashley Drive from downtown Tampa. And the Bulls go up 13-11. 13:08 left to go in this opening half. Shalimar Oakley over the midcourt line. Coppin State going from left to right from your vantage point. Left elbow, 15-footer missed by Oakley. Offensive board by Cunningham. She was tied up and fouled by Tristan Webb. Webb thought she had forced the jump ball situation, but the referees disagree. For the Bulls, Rachel Sheets and Portia Grant are back in as Tristan Webb and Nalini Miller check out. Daniel Anders, a 5'11" sophomore from Philadelphia, checks in for Coppin State, as Talia Sutton, the senior, will check out. So it's Oakley, Suber, Noel, Anders, and Cunningham, the 5 on the floor for Coppin State. Right corner, a three-point basket scored for Rashida Suber. Suber off to a good start. She's 3 of 5 from the field with 2 3-pointers, 8 points total, and it's 14-13 Coppin State. Sheets right wing, just beyond the arc, picks up her dribble. To the foul line now to Chichi Apolike. Apolike fronted by Cunningham, who's a bigger player than Apolike. In between the circles now for Grace. Grace against Oakley, 6 to shoot. Grace tied up. Grace lost it on the floor. Grace gets it to Apolike. Foul line jump with 1 on the shot clock, no good. Rebounded by Coppin State. Suber grabs it. Here come the Eagles back the other way. They have the basketball and a 1-point lead. Oakley calling out a play. USF staying man-to-man. Left side now for Noel. Noel driving on Dixon. Cut off. Gets it back left side. Anders, a long 2-point jump shot is off the mark. Rebound goes out of bounds in the corner. And USF will get it back when we get back. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 11:54 left to go in this opening half of the WNIT. The score, Coppin State 14, USF 13. This is USF Women's Basketball on the Bulls Radio Network.
Do you have federal student loans? If so, University Financial Services, in partnership with USF Athletics, provides a free federal program that offers you the ability to lower your monthly payments up to 53% with no credit checks or fees. For more information, please call 1-877-NO-LOAN-2. That's 1-877-NO-LOAN-2. That's 1-877-665-6262. Again, 1-877-NO-LOAN-2. And go Bulls!
You may know that Tampa General Hospital serves more than 4 million people throughout West Central Florida. But did you know that over 60% of these patients are cared for by USF physicians? As the primary teaching hospital for the University of South Florida's College of Medicine, TGH proudly partners with USF to provide unique specialty care like a burn center, level 1 trauma center, and more, while also pursuing important medical advances through clinical practice and research. Tampa General, trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
860 WGUL.
USF so far shooting 5 of 11 from the field for 45%. They're being led by Jessica Dixon, who has 5 points. 2 apiece for Chichi Apalake, Nalini Miller, Rachel Sheets, and Shantia Grace. For Coppin State, off to a rough shooting start, 33% on 6 of 18 shooting. But their star players come to play so far. Rashida Suber, 3 of 5 shooting from the field, including 2 of 3 from three-point range. She's got 8 points and 8 minutes of play thus far. USF comes out with a very interesting look. Shantia Grace and Rachel Sheets are the guards. Jessica Dixon, Portia Grant, and Stephanie Sorosi up front. Sorosi, the 6'5 freshman, making her first appearance of the game. Meanwhile, Tamika Noel is back on the floor along with Rashida Suber, Shalimar Oakley, Whitney Cunningham, and Danielle Anders. And now the officials coming over to the scorer's table. And they're checking out the scoring book. Maybe there's a mix-up perhaps as far as substitutions. We'll try and check it out. They are right now talking to Derek Brown, the 8th-year head coach for Coppin State. Right now, 2 free throws will be upcoming. A technical foul. A technical foul has been called on Coppin State. First free throw's up and good by Jessica Dixon. And the reason we're being told is number 30, Danielle Anders, is not on the roster for Coppin State, so it's a technical foul. Dixon getting set for her second free throw. She puts it up and in. Dixon now with 7 points. So after the technical foul, USF will retain possession, and they are now up 15-14. 11:54 left to go in this opening half. Sorosi will inbound it to Shantia Grace. Grace coming up the floor. USF going from right to left here in this first half. Grace gets a pick up top from Grant. Grace right side. Grace pull-up jump 15-footer is good. Shantia Grace line drives it home. Grace now responding. She's 2 of 2 from the field, 4 points after being benched at the start of this game. Pressure now by USF. Noel deep on the left side now in the forecourt. Tamika Noel hands off now to Shalimar Oakley. Chance of defense from the Sun Dome crowd. A decent crowd on hand here for the WNIT second round. Right side, Noel driving to the basket on Dixon. Stripped. Picked up by Grace of USF. Bulls coming back the other way. Dixon left side. Dixon up top for Grace. Now on the right side for Sorosi. Right corner for Sheets. Rachel gets it up top. Dixon an open 3. Front rim no good. Rebound put up and no good by Grace. And it's rebounded by Anders of Coppin State. Grace's follow just a little bit shy. Coppin State now with the ball. They're down 3. Noel up top. Bounce pass left side now for Suber. Suber against Sheets. Suber sizing up Sheets. Suber, and now a 5-second call against Suber. She held on to it too long with Sheets all over her. Now Talia Sutton is back in as Anders will check out for the Bulls. The 5'8 junior, Di Packer. Junior college transfer. The native out of Brazil is in as Rachel Sheets will sit down. And now a 30-second timeout called by Coppin State. 10:37 left to go in this opening half. USF with a 17-14 lead over the Eagles of Coppin State. And now Nalini Miller will check back in for the Bulls as well. So far, USF 6 of 14 from the field for 43%. Coppin State still standing at 6 of 18 for 33%. Coppin State has turned it over 4 times so far in this first half. They came into this game turning it over an average of 18 times per game, and USF forcing an average of close to 20 turnovers per contest. Coppin State had a 49-game win streak against Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference opponents, snapped in the semifinals. They lost to Morgan State in overtime. They won 18-0 during the regular season this year. They won 18-0 last season during the regular season as well. 49 straight. I don't care what conference you're in. That's very impressive. USF with the basketball. 13 to shoot. Dixon right side off the timeout. Dixon pulls up from the foul line and hits. Jessica Dixon now with 9 points. Hits the leaner from the foul line, and the Bulls go up by 5, their largest lead of the game. Pressure now by the Bulls. Left side, Noel. Gets a right side to Sutton, who lays it up and no good off the rim. Rebounded, and a block as Cunningham was swatted away by Sarosi. It goes out of bounds. It will stay with Coppin State. Exactly halfway through this first half, and the Bulls up 19-14. Sutton inbounds. Check that Sutton gets the inbound. Underneath now to Cunningham. She turns, fires, and misses. Rebounded by Miller of the Bulls. USF coming back the other way. Dixon over the midcourt line down the left side. Dixon up top to Grace. They swing it around right side. Packer had an open 3 there for a second, but they jumped out on her. And they get it back up top now to Grace. 15 to shoot for the Bulls. Grace against Oakley right side. Grace backing her way in. Grace lost it on the floor. Grace is tied up. Grace and had to take it away by Sutton. Sutton, a lead pass ahead of the field to Noel, who lays it up and in. I can't believe they didn't call a held ball there. Nothing called by the officials. Grace was clearly tied up for a period of 3 seconds, but no whistle from the officials. And Coppin stayed within 3, 19-16. Grace, left wing. Up top now for Dixon. Dixon being guarded by Noel. Dixon right side. Long 2-point basket. Side of the rim. Rebound Coppin State. Suber gets it right side to Oakley. Oakley with Grace back. Oakley puts it up. No good, but a foul on Shantia Grace as Shalimar Oakley was hacked in the act, and she'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Oakley, the best free throw shooter that Coppin State has, is 76%. Coppin State, not a very good free throw shooting team as a team, shooting 64% from the foul line, and Oakley promptly misses her first. Tristan Webb, Chichi Apalake are in for USF as Stephanie Sarosi and Shantia Grace sit down. Oakley, a 5'6 junior out of Camden, New Jersey. Second free throw rattles home for Oakley. That is her first point of the game. And Coppin State within 2, 19-17. 8:50 left to go in this first half. Webb left wing. Webb gets it up top now to Dixon. Dixon deep on the left side. Fronted by Rashida Suber. Bounce pass now deep on the right side for Di Packer. Lady Di looking for a seam. Di an open 3, a long 3, off the side rim, and it's rebounded by Noel. And she was tied up by Packer. Jump ball, possession arrow to USF on the alternate possession. Rachel Sheets checks in for USF as Packer will sit down. So now it's Tristan Webb, Rachel Sheets in the backcourt. Jessica Dixon, Chichi Apalake, and Nalini Miller up front. Apalake inbounds up top now to Webb. Webb tries to get a left side for Dixon. It's knocked out of bounds by Suber. It will stay with USF with 8:28 left to go in this first half. Apalake inbound from the left corner. USF going from right to left in this first half. Inbound it left side to Webb. Swings it around right wing for Sheets. Now in the right corner for Dixon. Dixon across the lane. Left-handed floater. Back rim. And it's rebounded by Cunningham. Outlet pass now to Oakley. Right side, Noel. Beating USF down the floor. Noel's layup, a wild one. Missing everything. Rebounded by Sheets, and she's on the run. Sheets on the right side. Sheets is cut off now by Sutton. Sheets picks up her dribble. Gets it right side now to Apalake. Up top now to Tristan Webb. Webb being guarded by Oakley. Under 8 minutes left to go in this first half. USF up by 2. Sheets up top, bounce pass down low, right blocks. Miller, turnaround jump shot over Cunningham is an air ball, and it's taken down by Sutton. She has it stripped away by Webb, who lays it in off the left side. Tristan Webb just took it right away from Sutton and put it home, and the Bulls go up by 4, 21-17. Some pressure now by the Bulls. Shalimar Oakley over the midcourt line. Up top now for Sutton. It's deflected by Sheets and stolen. Apolike comes back the other way. It's a 3-on-1. Chi-Chi goes all the way and lays it in. Chi-Chi now with her second field goal. She's got 4 points, and USF now with their biggest lead at 6, 23-17. More pressure by the Bulls. Sutton in the forecourt. Sutton has it stolen away by Miller. Call the cops. Miller with the steal. Miller down the left side tries to dish it to Sheets, and she has it knocked out of bounds by Suber. Time out on the floor. We'll step aside. 7:05 left to go in this first half of the WNIT second round. We'll take a break. USF 23, Coppin St 17. This is USF Women's Basketball on the Bulls Radio Network.
USF Health wants you to play safe, so the nation's best sports orthopedic surgeons have now joined USF Health for the athlete and all of us. We take care of your USF Bulls and can take care of you too. From orthopedic surgery to sports medicine to physical therapy. For kids, adults, and for the athlete and all of us. USF Health is located here in Tampa Bay. Call 813-396-9422 or visit www.health.usf.edu to see a sports medicine expert. USF Health, making life better.
We're here with rookie phenom Howard Justin, who holds the record for never dropping a ball ever.
My brother tried to hit me with a football when I was 2. I caught it and I slammed it in his oatmeal.
How do you do it?
I avoid things that drop. That's why I switched to Singular. They have the fewest drop calls of any wireless carrier.
Have you ever dropped anything?
My jaw when I realized my calls stay connected with Singular.
Howard Justin doesn't drop balls or calls.
Singular is now the new AT&T. Your world delivered.
Coverage is not available in all areas. The all-over network covers over 273 million people and is growing. Drop calls based on nationwide experience among national carriers.
860 WGUL.
It's time for this week's USF Health Tip. USF Smart Institute. The University of South Florida Sports Medicine and Athletic-Related Trauma was created to protect Florida recreational, high school, college, and professional athletes. The USF Smart Institute faculty is available to teach sports safety to coaches at all athletic levels. Call 813-974-9097 for more information. And now it's tonight's USF Sports Medicine's Health Tip of the Week from Director Eric E. Corris, MD, Assistant Professor, USF College of Medicine. Welcome back to the Sun Dome. 7:05 left to go in this first half. USF up on Coppin State 23-17. Second round action of the WNIT. USF hoping to extend their season. Right now they have the basketball as Tristan Webb will inbound from the left baseline near the Coppin State basket. Webb looking to get it in. Fires in the paint area for Sheets, driving to the basket, and she missed the layup. Rebound Coppin State. Anders comes up with it. Here comes Shalimar Oakley down the right side. Oakley, stutter step, goes to the basket, and lost it. Picked off by Grace. Grace down the right side. Grace stops, stop and go, goes to the basket. The layup is no good, but a foul on Coppin State. The foul will be on Rashida Suber. That will be her second. 3 team fouls on Coppin State, 2 for USF. Shantia Grace to the free throw line. Grace, an 81% foul shooter during the regular season. First free throw, no good. Cecily Johnson sees her first action along with Tamika Noel for Coppin State. Cecily Johnson, a 5'6" freshman out of Houston, Texas. Grace will shoot one more, averaging 14.5 points per game, a second-team All-Big East selection. She makes the second. And now Jessica Dixon is back in the game as Rachel Sheets will sit down. Grace now with 5 points. And now USF with some full-court pressure. Inbounded to Cecily Johnson. Johnson now to Noel. Into the forecourt now, Anders. Right side. 12-foot jump shot, back rim. Rebound, long rebound is tapped about. It goes out of bounds. No, doesn't go out of bounds at midcourt. It was snatched away by Noel. Back to Cecily Johnson. Johnson bounce pass left side now for Anders. Anders gets it up top for Sutton. Lob pass underneath. Cunningham is surrounded and she lost it. Another turnover for Coppin State. Bulls back the other way. Down the left side is Grace. Up top, Dixon. Dixon spinning away from Noel, and a foul on Coppin State. It's going to be on Noel with 6:13 left to go. Tunisia Harden now will check back in for Coppin State. Harden will come back in for Cunningham. So Harden is up front along with Anders now. And Noel with Johnson in the backcourt and Sutton. They inbound it to Dixon, and her shot is blocked from the right side by Anders. Here comes Coppin State the other way. Johnson, right wing, being guarded now by Shantia Grace. USF staying man-to-man. 6 minutes left to go in this first half. The Bulls are up by 7, their largest lead of the game. Up top, it's Anders. Anders down the right side is cut off by Dixon. Picks up her dribble, gets it back upside for Noel, and now a whistle and an offensive foul. Tunisia Harden trying to clear out on Nalini Miller, gets called for the charge. That is her second. 5 team fouls now on Coppin State. Here comes Shantia Grace over the midcourt line, being fronted by Johnson. Grace, left side, gets it up top now to Miller. Miller tries to get it to Webb, and it's thrown away. A steal by Noel, and she'll go all the way and lay it home. Tamika Knoll with 4 points now and 3 rebounds. And Coppin State within 5, 24-19. And now a reach-in foul as Grace crossed the midcourt line. She's fouled by Cecily Johnson. That will be her first. 16 fouls now in Coppin State. The next one will put USF at the free throw line. Apolike near midcourt. Inbounds it to Tristan Webb. Webb in between the circles. Now gives off to Dixon, who resets the offense. Right wing now for Miller, just beyond the arc. The senior gets it left side now to Apolike. Now right side, Miller. 12-foot baseline jump is good by Nalini Miller. Miller now with 4 points. 5 minutes left to go in this first half, and USF's lead is back to 7, 26-19. Pressure by the Bulls. Left side in the forecourt, it's Anders. Back to Sutton, who hands off now in between the circles to Johnson. Johnson with Webb all over her. Johnson left side. 5'6" freshman out of Houston bounces it up top for Anders. Now right side for Noel. Down low right block. Sutton, a wild shot, no good, but an offensive rebound by Johnson, the smallest player on the floor. And a reset for Coppin State. Right side now, it's Noel. Noel down the right side. Noel pull-up jump 12-footer. Way off. Rebound goes out of bounds. Last touch by Coppin State. And USF will get it back. Rachel Sheets is back for USF. As Tristan Webb will sit down. So now it's Sheets and Grace at the guards. Opalike, Dixon, and Miller up front. Grace deep on the right side in the forecourt. Grace, yo-yo left-handed dribble. Comes left side. Picks up her dribble. Up top for Dixon. Dixon, an open three. She missed it. Rebounded by Harden. An open look by Dixon. She couldn't get it to convert. Johnson in the forecourt. Left side now for Noel. Noel gets a pick from Sutton. Noel has it knocked away by Apolike. Stolen by Grace. Grace to Chichi in the forecourt. She was double-teamed. She had it knocked away and stolen. Anders with the steal. Coppin State back the other way. It's a 4-on-3. Noel hands off left side now for Johnson, who will bring it back out with 3.5 minutes left to go before the half. USF up by 7. Coppin State with the ball. Johnson splits the double team. Johnson, though, kicked it out of bounds along the baseline. And Coppin State turns it over for the 10th time in this first half. Timeout on the floor. 3:22 left to go in this first half. USF leading Coppin State 26-19 in the WNIT. This is USF Women's Basketball on the Bulls Radio Network.
It's come to the attention of Dodge that some have questions about cute cars.
Yes, I don't want a cute car, but is there a car for someone who's not a dateless 30-year-old happily living with his parents?
Good question. And Dodge has the answer. Dodge Caliber. It's anything but cute. It's got available music gate power with liftgate speakers to celebrate good tunes, illuminated cup holders to celebrate good drink, and an available chill zone beverage cooler to celebrate thermodynamics. The all-new Dodge Caliber. It's anything but cute. For information ExclamationPullupDodge.com. Grab life by the horns. Dodge.
As a Florida-based company which employs thousands of Floridians, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida understands our great state's passion for college sports. As official health plan sponsor of South Florida Athletics, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida is committed to providing Floridians with comprehensive and flexible health plans. Bulls fans, visit HealthTipChallenge.com and take the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida Health Tip Challenge to test your health knowledge and to enter for a chance to win great Bulls prizes. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida. How can Florida Blue help you?
Talk Radio 860 WGUL.
Welcome back to the Sun Dome in beautiful Tampa, Florida, folks. You got to be here. 3:22 left to go in this first half. USF leading Coppin State 26-19 in the second round of the WNIT. Welcome back. I'm Tom Krasnicki. We'd like to welcome those of you listening online from anywhere in the civilized world at GoUSFBulls.com. And right here in Tampa, 860 WGUL. Coming up at the half, we'll be joined by Associate Athletic Director Barry Clemens. We'll talk about the NIT and where USF might be headed next if they can hold on here and win this one. We'd certainly love to see more basketball, that's for sure. Right wing three is missed by Dixon. Ball goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Coppin State. And after that last miss, you heard Jose Fernandez say, "Come on, Jess," as Dixon has gone cold after a fast start. Webb to inbound with 3:11 left. Webb tries to get it in for Packer. It's picked off by Knoll, and she was fouled by Di Packer. So that will be her first. Jessica Dixon is 1 for her last 7. Coming up on 3 minutes left to go. 26-19 USF. Shalimar Oakley back in the game for Coppin State. Oakley in the lane puts up the floater off the back rim. Rebounded by USF. Palke peels it down. And now Dixon carried it in the forecourt. Dixon turns it back over to Coppin State with 2:49 left. Head coach Jose Fernandez not happy about that call. Wants an explanation from the officials. That was an interesting call, to say the least. Officials tonight, by the way, Tina Costello, Ron Leddington, and David Kramer. Left side, Anders, drop step. Over Sarosi, blocked by Sarosi. Out of bounds, it will stay with Coppin State. So Stephanie Sarosi with her second block of this first half. Coppin State will trigger in. Noel looking to get it in near the USF basket. Gets it in the left corner. Now to Anders. Anders with Dixon on her. Anders across the lane is fouled going to the basket by Chichi Apolike, apparently. With 2:37 left. No, they'll get it on Dixon. Dixon will pick up her first. 14 fouls on the Bulls. Danielle Anders will shoot 2. Anders, a 5'11 sophomore out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. First free throw's up and good for Anders, a 66% foul shooter. She had 11 points in 18 minutes off the bench in the win at St. Joe's on Thursday. That was the first round of the NIT. An impressive win for Coppin State, going to St. Joe's and beating the Hawks, a team that USF beat back in December at the Hawk Classic in a thriller. That's a game where Jessica Dixon had 33 points. 26-21 USF. 2:25 left to go before the half. Left side, it's Tristan Webb. Webb up top. Dixon had an open look at a 3. Gets off in the left corner. Here's Webb for a 3. No good. Weak side rebound, Coppin State. It's peeled down by Knoll. Knoll in the forecourt. Knoll goes behind the back with a dribble. Gets it back out to Sutton. And now to Shalimar Oakley. Oakley, left side. Gets it up top now to Knoll. Knoll dribbling right side. Picks up a dribble down low right, blocks to Cunningham. Blocked from behind by Sarosi. Recovered by Dixon. That's 3 blocks now for Stephanie Sarosi. Packer, left wing for Dixon. Up top, Apolike trying to drive. Apolike spins and is rejected. And tied up by Cunningham. Jump ball, possession arrow to Coppin State. A tremendous defensive play by Cunningham. Rachel Sheets, Shantia Grace, and Nalini Miller check back in for USF as Webb, Sarosi, and Packer check out for the Bulls. Sarosi has played well, even though she didn't score. She has 3 blocked shots already. USF with 9 blocks in this first half. Oakley swings it left side for Noel. Up top now, Talia Sutton. Fires underneath. Cunningham with the position. Layup off the glass, no good off the right side. Cunningham, though, with an offensive board and a reset for Coppin State. Right now, the Eagles out rebounding the Bulls 25-17. Right side Anders driving baseline on Dixon and rejected out of bounds by Miller. Get it out, says the senior from Capitol Heights, Maryland. 10 block shots now in this first half for USF. No, looking to inbound from the right baseline. Gets it in, right blocks. Cunningham squares up on Miller and travels. The Bulls will get it back. 11 turnovers now in this first half for Coppin State. 1:10 left to go before the half. USF up 26-21. Grace over the midcourt line. Grace guarded by Oakley. Up top now Sheets. Sheets bounce pass right side. Dixon going backdoor. Lays it home off the right side. That's a great pass by Sheets to Dixon on the back door. Dixon now in double figures with 11. USF up by 7. Less than a minute to go. Oakley in between the circles. Guarded now by Rachel Sheets. 15 to shoot for Coppin State. Oakley off the crossover. Penetrates, kicks it out left side. Sutton going to the basket. Layup off the glass, no good. And a whistle and a foul on Coppin State. They'll get the foul on Whitney Cunningham. Cunningham will pick up her first. 17 fouls, so Coppin State now over the limit. 1-1 coming up now for Chichi Apalake. Apalake, the 5'11 junior from Tampa, a 66% foul shooter. Check that, a 54% foul shooter during the regular season. Chichi lets the first one go. It's good. USF as a team shooting 70% from the free throw line. They picked it up a little bit towards the end of the season. Chichi will get one more with 36.2 seconds left. She puts it up, no good, back rim, rebounded by Cunningham of Coppin State. 29-21. USF's largest lead with 30 seconds left to go in this first half. Oakley, deep on the right side. Oakley against Shantia Grace. 5-second differential between the shot and the game clock. Oakley, right wing, guarded by Grace. Oakley penetrating down the lane, puts up the floater. It drops in, scored, and she was fouled. An NBA-type continuation for Shalimar Oakley. The foul is on Shantia Grace with 14.7 left. And head coach Jose Fernandez with a dumbfounded look on his face. Oakley will try and complete the three-point play with 14 seconds left. No good. Rebounded by Dixon. Here come the Bulls with one more chance before the half. Up by 6. 10 seconds left. Dixon in between the circles with 6, with 5, with 4, with 3. Dixon right side with 2. Dixon for 3. No good at the buzzer, and that will do it. One half of basketball completed here at the Sun Dome. Second round of the WNIT. The score, the USF Bulls 29, the Coppin State Eagles 23. Coming up, we'll be joined by USF Associate Athletic Director Barry Clemens. He'll join us here at the half, and we'll also have halftime stats coming up. This is USF Women's Basketball on the Bulls Radio Network.
We're here with rookie phenom Howard Justin, who holds the record for never dropping a ball ever.
My brother tried to hit me with a football when I was 2. I caught it and I slammed it in his oatmeal.
How do you do it?
I avoid things that drop. That's why I switched to Singular. They have the fewest drop calls of any wireless carrier.
Have you ever dropped anything?
My jaw when I realized my calls stay connected with Singular.
Howard Justin doesn't drop balls or calls.
Singular is now the new AT&T. Your world delivered.
Coverage is not available in all areas. The all-over network covers over 273 million people and is growing. Drop calls based on nationwide experience among national carriers.
Did you know that Likes has insured Florida families and businesses for over 80 years? That's right. Likes means insurance. They're dedicated to service with one purpose in mind, to provide the broadest, most competitive insurance coverage available. With all the changes in the world, isn't it nice to know Likes Insurance has stood the test of time? So call Likes Insurance today at 1-800-243-0491 or find them on the web at www.lykesinsurance.com. Likes Insurance Incorporated,
So we can
insuring
talk a
Florida's
little bit
families and
about that,
businesses
and
since
then,
1925.
Hey,
talk a little bit
USF
about the
Bulls
game,
fan.
if you
Not
want
sure
anything
who to
else
turn
going
to for your heating and
And,
cooling
if you
needs?
mention the
Turn to
men's church at
CGM
all,
Services
just say,
Air
I'll just say
Conditioning and
Doug's
Heating for
the
technical
best man on the
expertise,
job,
customer
and we'll-
satisfaction, and
that
carrier
kind of- so whatever
systems
you wanna
that are
get
second
into,
to
but-
none.
Okay.
Serving the
But we'll
Tampa
mainly
Bay area
talk
for over
about this Coppin
25
State
years,
team is,
CGM will make sure you're
pretty
as
good.
comfortable with them
lot
as
better
you
than
are
that.
with your home comfort
I
system.
won't get into
CGM
the
Services and Carrier. Turn to the
And I can't
experts.
either. I won't
For your
have-
championship
No,
heating and
that's
cooling
the specific
services,
names
call
as far as
813
coach.
Air
Just a general
Cool.
question
That's
about it.
813-247-2665.
And then we can
Now,
get-
Tampa
yeah,
Bay's favorite
Coppin State
newspaper
guys.
makes it easier to be in the know. More colorful, streamlined pages get you quickly your favorite news and features, and new Sunday sections about the Bucks, the workplace, and travel, books, and the arts. It's just what you'd expect from one of America's 10 best
Although Charlotte's
newspapers,
giving them
designed
at
with
Virginia
you in
right
mind.
now, run for the money. So we would leave Wednesday and
To
play
subscribe,
Thursday.
log on to TampaBay.com or
That's
call
most likely.
1-877-TIMES.
Time?
Talk Radio 860 WGUL.
We're at the half here at the USF Sundome. Second round of the WNIT. USF leading Coppin State 29-23. Joining us right now is the Associate Athletic Director here at USF, Barry Clemens, and we're pleased to have him with us here at the half. Barry, thanks for joining us. Good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about this first half. USF with a 6-point advantage, and we were talking during the break about this Coppin State team. They're pretty good, aren't they?
They are good. They're very, very athletic. They remind me of our team last year. They're not real tall, real big, but they really get after it. They know they're good. They're confident. They're on a mission. They came here, and I saw them early in the day, and they were basically on a business trip. And we started off. We got a bucket quick. And I thought we were, going to be all over it, and we realized right away we had a tough team ahead of us. And I didn't think things really turned around for us until we started running the press on them. And then we got a little bit of a lead, but they kept coming back, and it was a fight all the way. So it'll be a great second half of basketball, I'm sure.
I know it's been over a week, but how disappointing was the snub by the selection committee?
Well, that's just it. You just, when you're on the bubble, you have to prepare and do all the work, both for the NCAAs and the NIT, and we did all that. We did everything we needed to do. We did that same thing last year, and we just, it's just the unknown, and we put ourselves in that position. We when you're 8th and you finish 8th in the conference and you go in the tournament and you still get that win, but it's against the number 9 team, you hope that they take 8 teams, and when they do, and they take the 9th team over the 8th, and you look at everything. I mean, we had our opportunities. We played DePaul. We played them at their place, which is difficult. But if we win there, we're in. If we get any win against some of this competition that we play outside of the conference, we play tough competition, but we've got to win one of those. And we didn't fare real well on the road and at the end of the season. And they look at a lot of variables, more so than RPI. And I'm on a selection committee for another sport, and I know that. And I know that they look at the last 6 games, and I know they look at head-to-head. And all those factors came in, and I'm sure it came down to a vote, and it was real close, but that's the type of thing that can happen. So it's our fault. We are where we are, but we're proud and happy to be in postseason play and to be in the National Invitational Tournament.
The goal now is obviously to win the WNIT. USF now in the second round, and they'll take on the winner of Virginia and Charlotte. A couple of interesting scenarios if USF can pull out a win here tonight, right?
Absolutely. And what I just found out, we stay in constant contact with the WNIT. And right now, Charlotte, it's a dogfight at Virginia. They're up 1 point. That was with a minute to go in the half. They've been mostly leading. Charlotte's been mostly leading, but it's been very close and somewhat back and forth. But we have been told that if Charlotte wins and we win, we will play here in the Sundome at 7 p.m. Thursday. If we win and Virginia happens to win, then we will still play on Thursday, but we will play at Virginia. So we really won't know until the end of this game. Of course, we must win this game to advance, but we won't know till the end of our game where we stand with Coppin State, and we really won't know. It sounds like it'll probably come down to the wire between Charlotte and Virginia.
Not a bad grouping there in the NIT. In the other bracket, you have teams like Wisconsin and Kentucky. Perhaps down the road, if USF can win a couple of games, it could get interesting here over the next week and a half or so.
It's going to get real interesting. We came into this tournament with the best RPI, but, as I mentioned before, that doesn't always mean a whole lot. And when you look at these teams, even Virginia, a very, very solid team. It'd be tough, and especially if we have to play them up there. Charlotte, giving Virginia a tough time now, is a great team. But even Ball State, Arkansas State are still in it. But, yes, Wisconsin, Kentucky could advance. So it's some interesting basketball. But even, we thought we were going to face St. Joseph's, and that's a team we played earlier in the year up there and went into overtime with them. And, Coppin State is just, a really solid basketball team who should have gotten the NCAA tournament. They should have won their conference, and they didn't, and they're here, and they're out to win.
Associate Athletic Director Barry Clemens joining us here at the half. USF is up by 6. Switching over to the men, the search is now on for a new head coach to replace Robert McCullum. What's the latest on that?
Well, we all know it's on, and best man on the job. Doug Woolard couldn't ask or have a better person who's going to get after it and be as thorough as can be. He's thorough on everything. He demands that, he respects that, and he will get the right person for this job, the right person, and he knows basketball better than probably any other sport since he coached basketball as well. But he knows the game. He knows the X's and O's, and he's going to get somebody that can get it done, who can also recruit. I mean, I'm sure he has a list of all those type of things that we look for when we hire a coach, and somebody that's going to be a good fit, that's going to be great for this community, and is going to bring some excitement for men's basketball. And we're going to get it done. We have to get it done.
And there hasn't been a shortage of candidates, that's for sure, because I know when the opening became public, you must have gotten phone calls from assistant coaches, head coaches looking to get back into the game, right?
Well, I think like any sport, there's people all over the country that think they're good applicants, but these type of things at this level, you're going to go out and you're going to get the right fit for the job, and naturally there are a lot of great basketball coaches and Division I head coaches, assistant coaches, and just a great pool, and there should be a lot of interest for a program like USF, where we are, who we are, and the conference that we're in.
Barry, I appreciate a few minutes here at halftime. Good luck.
Thank you.
Barry Clemens, Associate Athletic Director here at USF, joining us here at the half. The Bulls with a 29-23 lead over Coppin State. We'll come back and take a look at halftime stats right after this. This is USF Women's Basketball on the Bulls Radio Network.
As a Florida-based company which employs thousands of Floridians, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida understands our great state's passion for college sports. As official health plan sponsor of South Florida Athletics, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida is committed to providing Floridians with comprehensive and flexible health plans. Bulls fans, visit HealthTipChallenge.com and take the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida Health Tip Challenge to test your health knowledge and to enter for a chance to win great Bulls prizes. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida. How can Florida Blue help you?
It's come to the attention of Dodge that some have questions about cute cars.
Yes, I don't want a cute car, but is there a car for someone who's not a dateless 30-year-old happily living with his parents?
Good question. And Dodge has the answer. Dodge Caliber. It's anything but cute. It's got available music gate power with liftgate speakers to celebrate good tunes, illuminated cup holders to celebrate good drink, and an available chill zone beverage cooler to celebrate thermodynamics. The all-new Dodge Caliber. It's anything but cute. For information, pull up Dodge.com. Grab life by the horns. Dodge.
Do you have federal student loans? If so, University Financial Services, in partnership with USF Athletics, provides a free federal program that offers you the ability to lower your monthly payments up to 53% with no credit checks or fees. For more information, please call 1-877-NO-LOAN-2. That's 1-877-NO-LOAN-2. That's 1-877-665-6262. Again, 1-877-NO-LOAN-2. And
USF
go Bulls.
Health wants you to play safe, so the nation's best sports orthopedic surgeons have now joined USF Health for the athlete and all of us. We take care of your USF Bulls and can take care of you too. From orthopedic surgery to sports medicine to physical therapy. For kids, adults, and for the athlete in all of us. USF Health is located here in Tampa Bay. Call 813-396-9422 or visit www.health.usf.edu to see a sports medicine expert. USF Health, making life better.
WGUL, Dunedin, Tampa, where your opinion counts. A service of Salem Communications.
USF Women's Basketball continues with more of Singular at the half.
We're back. USF up 29-23 over Coppin State here at the half. I'm Tom Krasnicki. Take a look at the halftime stats for USF. Not a good shooting effort so far. 11 of 30 from the field for 37%. 1 of 8 from three-point range. 6 of 7 from the foul line, so that at least is a positive. They were led by Jessica Dixon, who had 11 points and 3 rebounds. but just 3 of 11 shooting from the field, as she just made just 2 of her last 9 shots in that first half. Also in that first half, 5 points off the bench for Shantia Grace. She was benched for tonight's game. She responded, went 2 of 3 from the field. Also 5 points for Chichi Apalake. The Bulls with 11, count them, 11 block shots in that first half. Nalini Miller had 7 of those to go along with 4 points and 4 rebounds. Stephanie Sarosi had 3 blocks and 4 minutes to play. USF turned it over 8 times and had just 7 assists. That has to turn around here in the second half. For Coppin State, they shot 25% from the field, 9 of 35. They were just 3 for their last 17 from the field, and they also turned it over 11 times in that first half. They were 2 of 3 from three-point range and 3 of 5 from the foul line. They were led by Rashida Suber, who had 8 points in the first 8 minutes, but nothing else down the stretch. Also in that first half, 4 points out of Tamika Knoll, and Tanizia Harden had 4 points as well. Coppin State out rebounding USF 28-19, 13 of those coming off the offensive glass, so USF has to do a better job of rebounding. We'll take a break. We'll tell you what's up for USF next. This is USF Women's Basketball on the Bulls Radio Network.
As a Florida-based company which employs thousands of Floridians, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida understands our great state's passion for college sports. As official health plan sponsor of South Florida Athletics, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida is committed to providing Floridians with comprehensive and flexible health plans. Bulls fans, visit HealthTipChallenge.com and take the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida Health Tip Challenge to test your health knowledge and to enter for a chance to win great Bulls prizes. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida. How can Florida Blue help you?
Hi, TJ Reeves here for CGM Services. Over the past 25 years, CGM Services and Carrier Air Conditioning have built a reputation for providing outstanding service and reliability. To make it all cool, USF Bulls rely on the winning team of CGM Services and Carrier to deliver. CGM Services and Carrier. Turn to the experts. For your championship heating and cooling needs, call 813-AIR-COOL. That's 813-247-2665.
Hey, Coach.
CGM Services and Carrier, proud sponsors of the USF Bulls.
860 WGUL.
USF women's basketball continues with more of Singular at the half.
29-23, USF with the lead over Coppin State. And as you just heard Barry Clemens mention at the half, our halftime guest, if USF wins tonight, and if Charlotte beats Virginia, USF will be hosting Charlotte on Thursday. If USF wins and Virginia beats Charlotte, then USF will be at Virginia on Thursday night in the third round of the WNIT. Second half of USF and Coppin State is coming up. We'll take a break. This is USF Women's Basketball on the Bulls Radio Network.
Did you know that Likes has insured Florida families and businesses for over 80 years? That's right. Likes means insurance. They're dedicated to service with one purpose in mind, to provide the broadest, most competitive insurance coverage available. With all the changes in the world, isn't it nice to know Likes Insurance has stood the test of time? So call Likes Insurance today at 1-800-243-0491 or find them on the web at www.lykesinsurance.com. Likes Insurance Incorporated, insuring Florida's families and businesses since 1925.
At Bright House Networks, we're about making life easier. That's why our home phone service makes it easy to call across the country or across the state and save money. How do we know if we've made life easy enough? Our customers tell us. Bright House Networks digital phone is recognized by J.D. Power and Associates as the highest in residential all-distance telephone customer satisfaction in the Southeast region. For more information, call 1-866-976-EASY or visit mybrighthouse.com. And for award information, visit jdpower.com.
Now, Tampa Bay's favorite newspaper makes it easier to be in the know. More colorful, streamlined pages get you quickly your favorite news and features, and new Sunday sections about the Bucs, the workplace, and travel, books, and the arts. It's just what you'd expect from one of America's 10 best newspapers, designed with you in mind.
In the know, in the time.
To subscribe, log on to TampaBay.com or call 1-877-THE-TIMES.
It's come to the attention of Dodge that some have questions about cute cars.
Yes, I don't want a cute car, but is there a car for someone who's not a dateless 30-year-old happily living with his parents?
Good question. And Dodge has the answer. Dodge Caliber. It's anything but cute. It's got available music gate power with liftgate speakers to...
Go. Second half is now underway. USF with the basketball going from left to right. Rachel Sheets hands off now to Tristan Webb. Now right side to Chichi Apalake. It's Apolike, Sheets, Nalini Miller, Dixon, and Webb. Dixon right side. Dixon with 11 first half points. In the corner now to Miller with 10 to shoot. Up top with 9 to shoot now to Sheets. Sheets with Noel in front of her. Hands off right side. Here's Webb. 15-footer is good as the shot clock was winding down. Tristan Webb now with 4 points, and the Bulls go up by 8, matching their largest lead of the game. Coppin State breaking the USF pressure. Shalimar Oakley starts it out with Tamika Noel, Rashida Suber, Talia Sutton, and Tanesia Harden. Down low, right blocks now for Harden. Squares up on Miller, kicks it out left side. Here's a three by Suber, side rim, rebounded by Sutton. Gets it back out to Oakley deep on the left side. So once again, another offensive rebound for Coppin State. They've out-rebounded USF 29-19. And 14 of them off the offensive glass. Left side, fadeaway jump shot. Missed by Suber. Rebounded weak side by Apolike. USF coming back the other way. Webb. Left wing now for Dixon. Left foul line extended for Miller. Left corner, Webb driving left baseline is tied up and lost it out of bounds. And Coppin State will get it back. Portia Grant checks in for Chichi Opalike, as Jose Fernandez wants to get more rebounding help in there. So now Grant is up front along with Miller and Dixon, with Webb and Sheets at the guards. 31-23 USF, just underway here in the second half. Coppin State going from right to left from your vantage point here in the second half. Right side is Suber. Check that, Sutton being guarded by Grant, and now in the right blocks for Harden, and now an offensive foul on Tanesia Harden. Again. That is her third foul. Second offensive foul on Harden here tonight. Bulls coming back the other way, going from left to right here in the second half with that 8-point lead. Webb up top now for Sheets. Sheets angling left side, picks up her dribble. Left foul line extended for Grant. Right side, here's Dixon. 15-foot jump shot, way off. Rebounded by Sutton. Outlet pass now to Suber. Suber in the forecourt, down the left side, tries to bounce pass it to Oakley, and it's knocked out of bounds by Dixon. Right underneath her own basket. So a good play by Jessica Dixon, knocking away that odd man rush. And Coppin State will get it back. Noel will inbound it. Does so, left baseline for Sutton. Up top, it's Harden. Takes one dribble right side and puts it up and in from 8 feet away. Tanesia Harden now with 6 points and 4 rebounds. Coppin State within 6. Sheets right side. Sheets picks up her dribble, down low, right blocks, turnaround jump shot is missed by Portia Grant. Offensive rebound by Sheets. Sheets down the right side, puts it up off the glass and in, score it, and she was fouled. Rachel Sheets just wanted that basketball more. Got the offensive board and took it right to the basket. And now Sheets will try and complete the three-point play. Stephanie Sarosi checks in, as Nalini Miller will check out for the Bulls. Sarosi played extremely well in that first half in 4 minutes. Blocked 3 shots defensively. And Miller comes off the floor being lectured by head coach Jose Fernandez. Free throw by Sheets, no good. Rebounded by Harden. And Coppin State comes back the other way, down by 8. Oakley deep on the right side, being guarded by Tristan Webb. Oakley gets a pick from Sutton. Oakley down the left side. Pull-up jump is good by Shalimar Oakley down the left side. And it's 33-27 USF. Oakley now with 5 points. Sheets, top of the key, being guarded by Suber. Sheets down the right side. And now an offensive foul on USF as Stephanie Sarosi tried to set a pick for Sheets as she took out Rashida Suber. And Coppin State will get it back. We played 3 minutes here in the second half. USF is up by 6. Oakley right side against Webb. Bounce pass up top now to Noel. Noel left side, picks up her dribble, down low left blocks to Harden. Her jump hook is no good. Rebounded by Sheets. Bulls coming back the other way. Sheets in the forecourt. Sheets down the right side, goes all the way. Great pass underneath to Grant, who lays it home off the left side glass. Sheets to Portia Grant for a deuce. And it's 35-27. USF's lead is back to 8. Left side, Suber pull-up 3. She got it. Rashida Suber hits her third three-point basket of the game. She now has 11 points to match Jessica Dixon. And Coppin State within 5. Right side now, it's Webb in the forecourt against Oakley. Webb dribbling left side, just beyond the arc. Gets it up top now to Dixon. Dixon gets a pick from Sarosi. Dixon right side, penetrating, goes all the way, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Grant. Her putback is off, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it was last touch by Coppin State. USF will get it back when we get back. Timeout. 15:52 left to go here from the Sundome. Second round of the WNIT. USF leading Coppin State 35-30. This is USF Women's Basketball on the Bulls Radio Network.
You may know that Tampa General Hospital serves more than 4 million people throughout West Central Florida. But did you know that over 60% of these patients are cared for by USF physicians? As the primary teaching hospital for the University of South Florida's College of Medicine, TGH proudly partners with USF to provide unique specialty care like a burn center, level 1 trauma center, and more, while also pursuing important medical advances through clinical practice and research. Tampa General, trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
Now, Tampa Bay's favorite newspaper makes it easier to be in the know. More colorful, streamlined pages get you quickly your favorite news and features, and new Sunday sections about the Bucs, the workplace, and travel, books, and the arts. It's just what you'd expect from one of America's 10 best newspapers, designed with you in mind.
In the know, in the time.
To subscribe, log on to TampaBay.com or call 1-877-THE-TIMES.
860 WGUL.
USF Athletics and H. Lee Moffitt Cancer Center Research Institute have joined forces in the bull fight against cancer. Moffitt's sole mission is to contribute to the prevention and cure of cancer. H. Lee Moffitt Cancer Center Research Institute, the preferred charity of USF Athletics. 15:52 left to go. Welcome back. I'm Tom Krasnicki, welcoming those of you listening online from anywhere in the civilized world at GoUSFBulls.com. USF leading Coppin State 35-30 in the second round of the WNIT. The winner of this game will take on the winner of tonight's game between Virginia and Charlotte. And that will be on Thursday. USF will either be at home against Charlotte or at Virginia, depending upon what happens. And now off the inbound, Dixon fires and hits a three from the left corner. Jessica Dixon from downtown Clearwater. Dixon now with 14 points. Head coach Jose Fernandez imploring his team now for a defensive stop. Shalimar Oakley in between the circles against Shantia Grace, who's back in the game. Left side now for Knoll. Up top now for Sutton. Down low, trying to get it to Harden. Knocked away by Sarosi. Stolen by Grace. Grace in the forecourt. Grace down the left side. Skipping it in the right corner for Dixon. Dixon fires for three and misses. Weak side rebound by Oakley of Coppin State. Oakley down the right side. Pull-up jump 10-footer is good by Shalimar Oakley, who goes coast to coast. And USF's lead is down to 6 with 15:05 left. Down low, right blocks. Sarosi draws the foul, misses the shot, and Stephanie Sarosi will head to the free throw line. Harden picks up her fourth foul. Tanesia Harden with foul number 4, so she'll have to come out. Stephanie Sarosi to the free throw line to shoot 2. Sarosi, the freshman out of Mims, Florida. First free throw rattles in. A friendly bounce off the front rim and in for Sarosi. Harden is out. Whitney Cunningham is in for Coppin State. During the regular season, Stephanie Sarosi, not a good free throw shooter at 44%. And she missed the second one. Rebounded by Cunningham. 39-32 USF. Under 15 minutes left to go. Oakley deep on the left side. In between the circles for Sutton. Right side now for Suber, the leading scorer for Coppin State. Suber pull-up jump is good from 15 feet away along the right baseline. That was a tough shot by Suber with 2 USF defenders bracketing her. But she made it nonetheless. Suber now with 13 points. And now Dixon travels in the forecourt up top. And now Coppin State will get it back with 14:31 left. Talia Sutton is on the floor along with Shalimar Oakley, Whitney Cunningham, Tamika Knoll, and Rashida Suber. Coppin State 25-7 coming in to this game. Oakley down the right side goes all the way. Her layup off the glass is no good. Offensive rebound, though, in the corner by Oakley. And a reset for Coppin State. Coppin State has out-rebounded USF 34-24. Left side, Suber comes off a screen. Suber for three, no good, but she was fouled. The foul will be on Di Packer on the push. 3 free throws coming up for Rashida Suber. Suber makes her first trip to the free throw line tonight. She's a 66% foul shooter. Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference Player of the Year is Suber, averaging 19 points per game. First free throws up and good. Suber will get 2 more. She had 16 points in the win at St. Joe's last week. First team All-MEAC selection 2 straight years. Had a career high 32 against Florida A&M back on February the 28th. Sheets, Apolike, and Miller are in. Packer, Grant, and Sarosi out for USF. Suber will shoot 1 more. The senior out of Reading, Pennsylvania, misses the third one. Front rim, rebounded by Sheets. 14 minutes left to go, and now Coppin State within 3. Grace right side, and now a whistle away from the ball. And a foul on Cunningham of Coppin State. That will be her second. 14 fouls on Coppin State. Grace along the right baseline will toss in. Shantia looking to get it in. Gets it in now for Apolike. Apolike up top, penetrating down the right side. Her shot is no good. Rebounded by Coppin State. Talia Sutton has it. Sutton has it stolen away by Dixon. Dixon with Sutton trailing, lays it up and in. Dixon stole that pass, telegraphed it perfectly, and lays it home. So Dixon with the steal in the basket. She now has 14. And USF now up by 5. 13:25 left to go. And now another steal. Sheets along the left side. Sheets going all the way, and a foul. Foul will be on Oakley as Sheets was streaking towards the basket. So 2 careless turnovers by Coppin State. Oakley picks up her first. 5 team fouls on Coppin State. Rachel Sheets now will shoot 2. Sheets with 4 points and 5 rebounds on the night, along with 3 assists. Sheets' first free throw no good, back rim. Rachel, a 66% foul shooter during the course of the season, will shoot 1 more with 13:20 left. She lets it go. She got it. Sheets now with 5 points, 5 rebounds, another stellar effort. She's played really well over the last month of the season. USF up by 6. Now some pressure by the Bulls. Shalimar Oakley being double-teamed. Oakley has it deflected by Dixon, but Oakley recaptures in the forecourt. Oakley loses her balance on the floor, tied up, and let's see what the call is. Jump ball possession arrow will stay with Coppin State. With 13:11 left to go. And now some confusion amongst the officials. And now they call a timeout. They're going to call a timeout. They're going to say that Oakley got that timeout in. It appears that she was tied up as she was calling that timeout. But a break for Coppin State as they will get the 30-second timeout with 13:11 left to go in the second half. USF 42, Coppin State 36. Again, if USF wins, they advance to round 3 of the NIT on Thursday. They'll take on the winner of Charlotte and Virginia. If Charlotte wins, then Charlotte will come here to the Sun Dome on Thursday. If Virginia wins, then USF will go to Virginia on Thursday night. Regardless, if USF wins tonight, folks, we keep on playing. We will be on the air on Thursday night right here on 860 WGUL. Also online from anywhere in the civilized world. You can listen to each and every USF women's basketball game at GoUSFBulls.com. 13 minutes and 11 seconds left to go. USF shooting 40% from the field. Coppin State 31%, but They are still hanging around in this game because they've out-rebounded USF 34-26, a number of those coming off the offensive glass. In the win at St. Joe's, Coppin State badly out-rebounded the Hawks 49-27. 21 of those rebounds came off the offensive glass. So this Coppin State team, not only very athletic, they have a great player in Rashida Suber, they can also rebound the basketball. USF out of the timeout comes out with Shantia Grace and Rachel Sheets at the guards, Chichi Opalike, Nalini Miller, and Jessica Dixon up front. Tamika Knoll will inbound from center court. Knoll, Shalimar Oakley, Talia Sutton, Whitney Cunningham, and Rashida Suber, the five on the floor for Coppin State, wearing their road blue uniforms, black lettering, and gold trim down the sides. Left side now is Knoll. Bounce pass now for Suber, being guarded by Sheets. A great matchup. Suber pulls up and fires a three, and it's no good. Rebounded by Dixon. Dixon coming up the left side. Dixon being met in the forecourt by Oakley. Dixon picks up her dribble, being hawked by Oakley. Dixon gets it up front, and it's stolen away. Suber headed the field right side to Knoll, who lays it up and in, score the basket, and she was fouled. Foul will be on Shantia Grace as Tamika Knoll, 2+1. She'll head to the free throw line. Grace now will check out. Tristan Webb will check in for the Bulls. Knoll to the free throw line. Trying to complete the three-point play. She's got 6 points. Knoll will shoot one more. She puts it up and in. Knoll now with 7 points and 4 rebounds. Coppin State hanging around. They're only down by 3 with 12:37 left to go. Right baseline jump by Sheets is off. Weak side rebound by Opalike. She can't get it to go. Rebound taken down by Coppin State. Talia Sutton grabs it. And the Eagles coming back the other way with a chance to cut it to 1 or tie on this possession. Sutton hands off now to Oakley. Oakley in between the circles. Oakley is being fronted by Tristan Webb. 7 to shoot for Coppin State. Right side now, it's Suber. Suber with 3 to shoot. 2 to shoot. Up top is Sutton. Sutton forces it up. Front rim, no good. Rebounded by Dixon in the corner. Dixon bringing it up the floor. Dixon down the right side. Dixon pounding the right-hand dribble, looking for help. Gets it in the form of Webb. Webb penetrates, gets it left side. Miller driving to the basket, misses everything. And a loose ball foul will be on Coppin State. They're going to get it on Whitney Cunningham. Nalini Miller very upset with herself that she blew that layup attempt, but USF will retain possession. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside. 11:43 left to go. NIT second round. USF leading Coppin State 42-39. This is USF women's basketball on the Bulls Radio Network.
Did you know that Likes has insured Florida families and businesses for over 80 years? That's right. Likes means insurance. They're dedicated to service with one purpose in mind, to provide the broadest, most competitive insurance coverage available. With all the changes in the world, isn't it nice to know Likes Insurance has stood the test of time? So call Likes Insurance today at 1-800-243-0491 or find them on the web at www.lykesinsurance.com. Likes Insurance Incorporated, insuring Florida's families and businesses since 1925. USF Health wants you to play safe, so the nation's best sports orthopedic surgeons have now joined USF Health for the athlete in all of us. We take care of your USF Bulls and can take care of you too. From orthopedic surgery to sports medicine to physical therapy. For kids, adults, and for the athlete in all of us. USF Health is located here in Tampa Bay. Call 813-396-9422 or visit www.health.usf.edu to see a sports medicine expert. USF Health, making life better.
Talk Radio 860 WGUL.
We're back here at the Sun Dome with 11:43 left to go. USF leading Coppin State 42-39 in the second round of the WNIT. The Bulls hoping to extend their season here tonight. If they win, they'll take on the winner of Charlotte and Virginia on Thursday night. Right now, Charlotte and Virginia going at it up from Virginia, and with 15:26 left to go, Charlotte leading Virginia 47-45. If Charlotte wins, and provided that USF wins this game tonight. USF will be home for Charlotte on Thursday. If Virginia wins and USF wins, then USF will have to go to Virginia on Thursday. Off the timeout, USF controls. Inbounds to Miller. Miller in the paint. Miller puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Cunningham. And here comes Coppin State back the other way. The Eagles not shooting crisply from the field at 31%, but they've out-rebounded USF thus far, 31-24. And now Oakley lost it out of bounds along the right baseline, so Coppin State turns it over again. That is 13 turnovers now for the Eagles. Bulls with the basketball going from left to right here in the second half. Tristan Webb in the right corner. Tries to get it up top to Dixon, who fell down. Ball goes out of bounds, far side. And Coppin State will get it back. Now Danielle Anders checks back in for Coppin State, as Tamika Knoll will sit down for Coppin State. Anders is on the floor now, along with Shalimar Oakley, Talia Sutton, Rashida Suber, and Whitney Cunningham. Suber, left wing, just beyond the arc, guarded by Sheets. Suber gets a pick from Cunningham. Now is double teamed, and it was deflected out of bounds by Sheets. It will stay with Coppin State with 18 to shoot and 10:59 on the game clock. Anders inbound from the left sideline. Looking to get it in, does so now to Oakley. Oakley being double teamed. Back left side to Sutton. Driving to the basket. Layup is no good, but a foul on USF. As Sutton takes it hard to the rim. Foul will be on Chichi Apalake. 14 fouls on USF. Talia Sutton, 5'11 senior out of Staten Island, New York, to the free throw line. She's a 53% foul shooter. First free throw is up and good, a high arcing free throw. Sutton went to Curtis High School up on Staten Island. We're very familiar with those parts, I may say. Second free throw's up and good by Sutton. And it's 42-41, Coppin State within one. Sutton with 4 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. A good all-around game out of the senior. Sheets in the forecourt. USF now clinging to a 1-point lead with 10:40 left. Tristan Webb in between the circles. Webb being guarded by Oakley. Up top now for Sheets. Sheets down the right side, going to the basket, puts it up and in. A friendly bounce for Rachel Sheets. It went off the rim, bounded high in the air, and dropped right through for two. Sheets now with 7 points. Bulls go up by 3. Oakley, right side now for Suber. Suber, pull-up jump, top of the key, 16-footer. She got it. Rashida Suber now with 17 points. And it's 44-43. USF lead down to 1. Miller up top. Apalake, foul line jump is short. Offensive rebound, Miller left side. She gets it back out to Tristan Webb. And a rare second chance for USF. Webb left side. Webb lines up a 3. No good. Rebounded by Cunningham. They left her open. Webb took it, but she couldn't connect. And Coppin State back the other way with a chance to take the lead for the first time since early in the first half. Oakley driving, rejected by Miller. Sheets has it for the Bulls. It's a 3-on-2. Sheets all the way down the right side. Scoop shot, no good, but a foul. Rachel Sheets will head back to the free throw line as she was fouled by Anders of Coppin State. That will be her first. Coppin State already over the limit. Rachel Sheets was played extremely well down the stretch of the season. She's 1 of 3 from the foul line here tonight. Sheets puts up the first one. It's good. Stephanie Sarosi and Shantia Grace in for USF. Chichi Apalake and Tristan Webb check out. Nalini Miller now with 8 blocks, tying a single-game USF record. That information provided for by USF Sports Information Director Mike Hogan. The Hogs always on point. Second free throw is good by Sheets, who has 9 points, 6 rebounds on the game, and USF's lead up to 3 now, 46-43. 9:25 left. Sutton crosses the midcourt line, being surrounded, dribbles out of trouble, gets it right side now for Suber. Suber fires a long shot and hits a three. Suber now starting to warm up. She's got 20, and the game is tied at 46. Sarosi up front, has it deflected and stolen by Cunningham. Turnover USF. Their 15th, check that there, the 15th of the game. Each team now with 15 turnovers. Oakley in the forecourt. Coppin State with a chance to take the lead for the first time since early in the first half. Anders up top, spinning off Dixon. Anders forces it up, off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound by Cunningham. Boy, USF getting killed along the offensive glass. They're being out-rebounded 38-32 now by Coppin State. Oakley deep on the right side. 8.5 minutes left to go. And now a double dribble on Oakley. An unforced turnover by Coppin State. Sarosi and Miller out. Portia Grant and Melissa Dallenberg check in as Jose Fernandez is looking for some kind of rebounding along the defensive glass. So Grant is up front along with Dallenberg and Dixon. Sheets and Grace in the backcourt. Inbound to Sheets. Sheets in the forecourt, dribbling right side of the key. Sheets picks up her dribble just beyond the arc. Gets it back outside now to Grace. 8:23 left to go. Game tied at 46. Grace dribbling left side, gets a double screen. Hands off to Dixon. Dixon across the lane is stripped and a foul. Foul will be called on Coppin State. With 8:16 left to go, Daniel Anders picks up the foul. And Dixon was fouled in the act. So 2 free throws coming up. Derek Brown, the Coppin State coach, very upset with that call. And now a warning has been issued to Coach Brown, telling him to stay inside his restricted coaching box and not to wander out any further. Dixon to shoot 2. First free throw's up and good. Jessica Dixon now with 17 points. She's a perfect 5 of 5 from the foul line. Just 5 of 16 from the field, though. Dixon also with 5 rebounds. Dixon's second free throw is good. Dixon now with 18 points. USF goes up by 2, 48-46. A hotly contested WNIT game. Oakley brings it up over the midcourt line, being guarded by Grace. Oakley dribbles left side with the left-handed dribble. Oakley looking for an open man. Oakley off the crossover, pulls up from 10 feet and misses. Rebounded by Grace. And a foul on Coppin State. We're going the other way, says David Kramer. The foul will be on Shalimar Oakley. 1-1 coming up for USF when we get back. Timeout. 7:55 left to go. USF leading Coppin State 48-46 in the second round of the WNIT. This is USF Women's Basketball on the Bulls Radio Network.
It's come to the attention of Dodge that some have questions about cute cars.
Yes, I don't want a cute car, but is there a car for someone who's not a dateless 30-year-old happily living with his parents?
Good question. And Dodge has the answer. Dodge Caliber. It's anything but cute. It's got available music gate power with liftgate speakers to celebrate good tunes, illuminated cup holders to celebrate good drink, and an available chill zone beverage cooler to celebrate thermodynamics. The all-new Dodge Caliber. It's anything but cute. For information, pull up Dodge.com. Grab life by the horns. Dodge.
Hey, USF Bulls fans, not sure who to turn to for your heating and cooling needs? Turn to CGM Services Air Conditioning and Heating for technical expertise, customer satisfaction, and carrier systems that are second to none. Serving the Tampa Bay area for over 25 years, CGM will make sure you're as comfortable with them as you are with your home comfort system. CGM Services and Carrier. Turn to the experts. For your championship heating and cooling services, call 813-AIR-COOL. That's 813-247-2665.
860 WGUL.
Welcome back. 7:55 left to go in regulation. USF leading Coppin State 48-46. I'm Tom Krasnicki. Thanks for being with us here on a Monday night from the Sun Dome in Tampa. USF with 12 blocked shots on the game. They are 3 off the record set against Tennessee Martin. 15 block shots. That was November of 2005. That was last season. Nalini Miller has tied a single game record with 8 block shots. Previous record, Kira Rozier blocked 8 shots against Virginia Tech back on January the 30th, 1993. So one more block and Nalini Miller will be in the record book. She's already the all-time leader in block shots. One more will give her the single game block shot record as well. Shantia Grace, a 1-1 for USF. First free throw's good. Grace, an 80% foul shooter during the season. Tonight she's 2 of 2 from the foul line. She's got 6. She's hoping for point number 7 here. She's got it. All net for the sophomore out of Sarasota. USF's lead is 4. 7:53 left to go. Clock running in regulation. Oakley deep on the right side, guarded by Grace. Shalimar Oakley looking for a seam. Bounce pass left side now for Suber, being guarded by Sheets. Suber with 20 points leading the way. Up top now to Sutton. The left wing over to Oakley with 10 to shoot for the Eagles. Oakley up top, 17-footer is short. Rebounded by Apolike of USF. Bad shot by Oakley. She forced that one up. And the Bulls have a chance to expand on their 4-point lead. Grace trapped deep on the right side. Grace dribbling in between the circles now against Oakley. Oakley pestering Grace. And now an offensive foul on Nalini Miller, setting an illegal screen. That will be Miller's first 5-team fouls on USF. And now a timeout will be called by Coppin State. 30-second timeout with 7 minutes and 11 seconds left to go. USF clinging to a 4-point lead as Jose Fernandez looks for an explanation. Make plans now to attend the 2007 USF Athletics Auction benefiting USF student athletes on Saturday, April the 21st. You can support the Bulls by bidding on hundreds of pieces of one-of-a-kind sports memorabilia from all major sports, weekend getaways, outstanding dining experiences, official Bulls gear, packages to events such as the Final Four and Super Bowl, and much more. Enjoy a sumptuous dinner provided for by Outback Steakhouse and bid on items through silent, vertical, and live auctions. Tickets are $150 per person. If you would like to donate an item or for additional information, contact the USF Bulls Club at 813-974-4223. Off the timeout, Coppin State with the ball, and they're down 4. 7 minutes left to go in regulation. Right side now, it's Anders. Up top for Talia Sutton. Tries to lob it down low for Cunningham. And now an offensive foul on Whitney Cunningham again. That is 4 on Cunningham. So Cunningham and Harden, the 2 main post players for Coppin State, each with 4 fouls apiece. On the USF, I look at the pound it inside to Miller against Cunningham, who's got 4 fouls. Let's see what they do. Sheets down the right side. Sheets fires inside to Miller, who dropped it out of bounds. Turnover USF. They're 17th of the game. Each team with 17 turnovers. It has not been a pretty game, needless to say. USF shooting 36%, Coppin State 32%. Oakley right side. Suber working off a screen. Tries to fire inside for Sutton. It's deflected and stolen by Miller. USF with a turnover. Here comes Dixon down the right side. Going all the way. Lays it home off the right side. Jessica Dixon now with 20 points to match Rashida Suber. USF goes up by 6. 6:05 left to go. Fans now into it here at the Sundome. Up top, and now a steal. Call the cop. Sheets with the steal. Sheets lays it up and in with the left hand. Sheets with the steal and the bucket. Sheets now with 11. The lead is up to 8, and Coppin State wants to talk it over. Timeout. .30-second timeout called by the Eagles. USF going up 54-46. The Bulls are on an 8-0 run with 5:48 left to go. USF hoping to win. If they do, they'll advance on in the NIT. On Thursday, they will take on the winner of tonight's game between Virginia and Charlotte. At last check, Charlotte with a 2-point lead on Virginia. If Charlotte wins, the USF will get another home game on Thursday against Charlotte. If Virginia wins, then USF will go to Virginia. Of course, USF has to win first. We're still a long way from that. They're up by 8 with 5:48 left. Off the timeout, Coppin St with the basketball. USF on an 8-0 run. Noel, left corner now for Suber. Being guarded tightly by Sheets. And a foul on Rachel Sheets. I mean, she barely touched her. You've got to be kidding me. Sheets was playing good face-up defense on Suber. And a ticky-tack foul called. Off the inbound, Suber, left baseline jump fade away, no good. Rebounded by Apolike. Here's Grace, a lead pass to Miller, who lays it home. Shantia Grace finding a streaking Miller to the basket. The lead is now 10, a 10-0 USF run. Boy, this crowd is alive here at the Sundome. Oakley between the circles. Oakley gets it right side now for Suber. Pull-up jump, 12-footer, off the mark. Rebounded, and a strip out of bounds. As Coppin State will hold on to it as Apolike stripping Jennifer Martin, the 6-foot sophomore out of Forestville, Maryland, who's in the game. Inbound to Suber, right side. Coppin State retains possession. Down low, Martin, right blocks. Martin puts it up over Miller, blocked by Miller. If Miller gets credit for that block, she has a new single-game record. Miller does get credit for the block. That's 9 block shots for Nalini Miller, which sets a school single-game record for block shots in a game. Grace right side. Grace pull-up jump, 10-footer, front rim. Grace trying to get the offensive board, couldn't get it. It goes out of bounds along the left sideline. 4:32 left to go. And now Tunisia Harden with 4 fouls will come into the game. Jennifer Martin will check out for Coppin State. So Harden is up front along with Suber and Noel. Sutton and Oakley in the backcourt for the Eagles. Coppin State with the basketball going from right to left. 4:25 left to go. USF up by 10. Oakley in between the circles. Oakley hands off now to Noel. Noel gets a pick up top. Noel is double teamed. Noel fires underneath left side for Harden. And it's rejected by Apolike. Another block shot for USF. Make that 15 block shots on the game, which ties a single game team record for blocks. Sheets right side. Sheets against Suber. Up top now to Apolike. Left side to Grace. Left blocks. Miller. Turnaround jump shot off the mark. Rebounded by Suber. Outlet pass to Noel. Noel in the forecourt. Noel goes right down the lane. Puts it up. No, but a foul. They'll get the foul on USF. On Shantia Grace with 3:45 left. Check that. They'll get it on Apolike. We've got a timeout. We'll take you with them. 3:45 left to go here from the Sundome. Second round of the NIT. USF 56, Coppin State 46. You're listening to USF Women's Basketball on the Bulls Radio Network.
We're here with rookie phenom Howard Justin, who holds the record for never dropping a ball ever.
My brother tried to hit me with a football when I was 2. I caught it and I slammed it in his oatmeal.
How do you do it?
I avoid things that drop. That's why I switched to Singular. They have the fewest drop calls of any wireless carrier.
Have you ever dropped anything?
My jaw when I realized my calls stay connected with Singular.
Howard Justin doesn't drop balls or calls.
Singular is now the new AT&T. Your world delivered.
Coverage is not available in all areas. The all-over network covers over 273 million people and is growing. Drop calls based on nationwide experience among national carriers.
Hi, TJ Reeves here for CGM Services. Over the past 25 years, CGM Services and Carrier Air Conditioning have built a reputation for providing outstanding service and reliability. To make it all cool, the USF Bulls rely on the winning team of CGM Services and Carrier to deliver. CGM Services and Carrier. Turn to the experts. For your championship heating and cooling needs, call 813-AIR-COOL. That's 813-247-2665. CGM Services and Carrier, proud sponsors of the USF Bulls.
860 WGUL.
A couple of scoring corrections in the block column. Nalini Miller did not get credit with that last block. She still has 8. So she's still tied with Kira Rozier for the single game block shot record. One more will give her the record. And USF with 12 blocks on the game. The single game team record for blocks is 15. 3:45 left to go. The more important factor is that USF is up by 10, 56-46. They're currently on a 10-0 run with 3:45 left. Tamika Knoll to the free throw line will shoot 2. No. 1 of 1 from the foul line. She misses the first. No, with 7 points and 4 rebounds on the evening. She'll shoot 1 more. And it's good. She makes 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Knoll now with 8 points. 56-47. That breaks the 10-0 run for USF. Bulls up by 9. 3.5 minutes left to go. Sheets, right wing. Hands off now to Dixon. Dixon with 12 to shoot. Dixon tries to get a pick from Miller, does so. Dixon in the right corner is bumped and fouled with 3:23 left. They'll get the foul on Tunisia Harden, and that is it for Harden. That is 5 on Harden. She is fouled out. So Harden fouls out of this game. And that will mean that Jessica Dixon will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Dixon will shoot 2 with 3:23 left. First free throw is good. And we have another correction in the statistics column. We'll bring it to you shortly as Dixon gets set for her second free throw. Dixon lets it go. She got it. Dixon makes them both. 58-47. USF now in a 12-1 run. They're up by 11 with 3:20 left. Nalini Miller does have 9 blocks, so I stand corrected. I apologize. Miller now the single game block shot record with 9, and USF has tied a team record with 15. Left side is Suber. Suber bottled up by Sheets. Gets it up top now to Oakley. 3 minutes left to go. USF up by 11, trying to extend their season. And now Oakley bottled up and double teamed. She is tied up by Grace and Apolike. Jump ball. Possession hour will stay with Coppin State with 2:58 left. And the inbound by Knoll. Knoll will inbound it. Right side to Oakley. Oakley trying to drive. Is cut off by Grace. Turnaround jump shot right baseline. No good as the shot clock wound down. Rebounded by Cunningham. She puts it up off the glass. No good. And the rebound to USF by Sheets. 2:45 left. And now head coach Jose Fernandez looking to take time off the clock. Grace being double teamed to the forecourt. Right side to Dixon. Dixon swings it around left side now to Sheets. Sheets trying to dribble out of trouble. Sheets had it tied up, and she was fouled with 2:29 left. The foul will be on Shalimar Oakley. Oakley will pick up her third. Rachel Sheets will shoot 2. USF in a double bonus with 2:29 left. Sheets with 11 points and 7 rebounds. Make it 12 as she hits the first free throw. Rachel Sheets, the senior out of Marietta, Georgia. She wants to keep playing on. She does not want this to be her last game, that's for sure. Sheets will shoot 1 more. She got it. Sheets makes them both. She's got 13 on the night. 60-47 USF. 2:25 left. Oakley gets a screen. Oakley up top now for Sutton, driving to the basket down the left side, is fouled by Miller with 2:19 left. Nalini Miller will pick up her second. 18 fouls for USF. A 1-and-1 now coming up for Talia Sutton. Sutton bending at the knee, lets it go. Missed it, back rim, rebounded by Dixon of USF. Key miss that time by Coppin State. Bulls up by 13, 2:13 left. Dixon in the forecourt now to Grace. Sheets right side. Sheets hands back to Dixon in between the circles. Dixon is fouled with 2:03 left and knocked to the floor by Tamika Knoll. The foul will be on Knoll. That will be her second. Dixon will shoot 2 more with 2:03 left. Coming up, USF head coach Jose Fernandez will join us right after the final buzzer. We'll talk about this game, and if USF holds on, a possible third-round matchup with either Virginia or Charlotte. We'll try and get an update out of that game as Dixon makes the first. Dixon now with 23. She's a perfect 9 of 9 from the free throw line. Dixon lets the second one go. She got it. Dixon 10 of 10 from the foul line here tonight. 24 points on the game. USF has opened up a 15-point lead. 2 minutes left to go. Oakley crossing the midcourt line for Coppin State. Grace is on her. Under 2 minutes left. USF up comfortably. Left side now, it's Sutton. Sutton driving left baseline, goes all the way. Layup rims out, and it's rebounded by Dixon with 1:44 left. And Dixon gets it back to Grace with 1:38 left in the forecourt. Now to Sheets. Sheets underneath. Miller fires underneath to Opalke, who lays it up and in. Great ball movement by USF that time. Opalke from Miller. Chi-Chi now with 7 points. An update from Virginia. Charlotte and Virginia are tied at 65 with 3:41 left. And now Miller fouling Knoll with 1:15 left. USF up 64-47. USF and Coppin State were tied at 46. The Bulls are on an 18-1 run. Tamika Knowles will shoot 2 with 1:15 left. Knowles' first free throw's up and good. Caitlin Mitrick, the 6-foot freshman out of Lake Mary, Florida, checks in. And Jessica Dixon will check out. Listen to the hand. Dixon checks out with 24 points, 10 of 10 from the foul line, along with 8 rebounds. Second free throw's up and good by Knoll. 64-49 USF. 1:11 left to go. USF on their way to round 3 of the WNIT. They'll take on the winner of Charlotte and Virginia on Thursday. And now a foul in the forecourt on Knoll with 1:05 left. 3 fouls now on Knoll. Once again, Charlotte and Virginia tied at 65 with 3:41 left. If Charlotte wins, they'll be here at the Sun Dome on Thursday night. If Virginia wins, USF goes to Virginia on Thursday. Sheets' first free throw is good. Rachel Sheets now 6 of 8 from the free throw line here tonight. Nalini Miller checks out as Portia Grant checks in. And Miller gets a nice hand from this crowd here at the Sun Dome. Miller setting a USF single game record tonight with 9 block shots. One more coming up for Sheets. Misses it. Back rim, rebounded by Suber. Suber gets it off now to Oakley with 1 minute left to go. 65-49 USF. Right blocks is Cunningham. Cunningham drives inside, rejected by Portia Grant. And that will be it. USF has now set a single game record for block shots. And now Coppin State will totally empty their bench as Rachel Sheets will come out of this game. A big hand from the crowd here at the Sun Dome. Melissa D'Alembert about set to check in as Chichi Apalake will check out as she gets a big hand as well. So D'Alembert, Grace, Mitrick, Jessica Jackson now on the floor, and Portia Grant, the 5 on the floor. Now the inbounds pass is stolen by Portia Grant. Bulls coming back the other way, up by 16, 40 seconds left. Mitrick in between the circles. Right side now for Grace. USF with 16 block shots here tonight, setting a single game record. Jackson down the left side. Jackson with 4 to shoot. Gets it up top to Grace with 3, with 2, with 1. Grace left elbow shot. No good with 17 seconds left. Rebounded by Grant, and she is fouled with 16 seconds left. Portia Grant will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Coppin State. Foul will be on Lukina Irvin. will be her first foul. Portia Grant will shoot 2 for USF. Grant's first free throw, very short, barely got a front piece of the rim. Grant will shoot more and more for USF, the 6'2 freshman out of Maryland. She has practiced well the last couple of weeks. Second free throw rattles home for Portia Grant. She gets a nice hand from this crowd. With 15 seconds left, 66-49 USF. Time running out, 10 seconds left. As Cecily Johnson will dribble it out for Coppin State with 4, with 3, with 2, with 1, and that will do it. USF, a victory here tonight at home in round 2 of the NIT. The Bulls will play on for one more game at least. The final score from the Sun Dome, USF 66, Coppin State 49. The Bulls setting 2 records here tonight. Nalini Miller blocking 9 shots, setting a single game record for blocks by a USF player. And as a team, USF blocked 16 shots tonight, and that eclipses the record they set last season against Tennessee Martin when they blocked 15 shots. Jessica Dixon was huge, 24 points, 8 rebounds. Dixon 10 of 10 from the foul line down the stretch. So USF with their second victory all time in the NIT. They beat the Florida Gators back in 2005. USF will now advance to round 3 on Thursday. They'll take on the winner between Charlotte and Virginia. We'll try and get a score of that game as soon as we get it. At last check, Charlotte and Virginia were tied at 65 with 3:41 left. And now we're being told that Virginia has defeated Charlotte. So much for another home game, folks. USF will be at Virginia coming up on Thursday. That will be our next basketball broadcast as the Bulls will take on the Virginia Cavaliers on Thursday. Charlotte was up for most of that game, and with 3:41 left, it was a tie game at 65, but Virginia has come back to defeat Charlotte. So it will be USF at Virginia on Thursday night. You can hear the game right here on 860 WGOL and also online along the Bulls Radio Network at GoUSFBulls.com. So USF with the victory here tonight, 66 to 49 as the Bulls with the victory, as they will move on now to take on the Virginia Cavaliers coming up on Thursday. Head coach Jose Fernandez will be making his way shortly to our broadcast setup. Also, with a victory here tonight, USF tying a school record for wins in a season with 21. They did that 2 years ago in their final season, in the 04-05 season, in their final year in Conference USA. They finished at 21-11. So USF tying a school record with victories with 21. They set a school record tonight with team block shots with 16. And Nalini Miller also setting a school record tonight with 9 block shots on the night. Miller with a big game, 6 points, 6 rebounds, 9 blocks. Jessica Dixon with 24. Rachel Sheets, 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 steals. We're being joined right now courtside by the head basketball coach for USF, Jose Fernandez. And, Coach, congratulations, and thanks for joining us here on the postgame. A 46-46 game late, but you pulled away big time late in this game with a 23-3 run.
No, I told our guys that Coppin State's a very good basketball team. Just the schedule that they played, they beat 2 NCAA tournament teams in Maryland, Baltimore County, and Robert Morris. And they lost to West Virginia by 1 on the road, George Washington by 8, Xavier by 4. They had won 48 conference games, so they play hard and they're athletic. But the thing was, I was proud in the second half when we needed to get some stops. They tied the ball game up. Suber's tremendous. She was Player of the Year in their league. She can play anywhere. She can create her own shot and shoot the 3. But I'm happy our kids responded. We got a win, and now 16 teams left in the tournament, and we go from here. I believe we got to go on the road now to Virginia. They beat Charlotte. I mean, they just told me that, so I guess we'll practice tomorrow and leave to Virginia on Wednesday.
Couple of records set tonight. Nalini Miller, single-game block shot record by a USF player with 9 blocks tonight. And as a team, you blocked 16 shots. That was also a record.
You know, we've been doing that all year, and I think we've been top 2, 3 in the league in block shots. I just wasn't happy with the way we rebounded the ball. You know, we went in the locker room at halftime, and it was 13-5 on the offensive glass. I knew we were going to be a little sloppy on the offensive side just because we haven't played a game in 2 weeks. So our turnovers were up where they usually are. We're somewhere around 13, 14 a game. But we got to get back to work and come back in and start working on Virginia, who's a very good ACC basketball team.
How tough was it to get over the disappointment of not making the NCAAs and getting this team ready to play here tonight?
You know, it's one of the hardest things I've ever had to do just because I feel for the kids. You know, the Big East Conference went 7-1. You know, DePaul lost by 2. I always said 9 teams were deserving to go. You know, and you look at your seniors, and I thought we did everything that we did to put ourselves in a position to get a bid, especially with our strength of schedule, winning 20 games. But, you know, something's got to change with that. There's too much of a human element in there. Somebody's got to find some kind of program to improve that selection and just take the teams that scheduled well and did enough to win. But, you know, we just made a commitment that there's only 2 teams that finished the NCAA season with wins. The winner of the NIT and the NCAA national champ. And, our kids are committed to that. And hopefully we can go on the road, get a win, and come back here and play another one in the Dome.
Coach, thanks very much for joining us. Congratulations on the win tonight.
Thanks, Tom.
Jose Fernandez joining us here on the post-game show. USF with a victory here in the second round of the NIT. 66-49 was the final as USF beats Coppin State, and they will move on to round 3. Well, they'll take on Virginia at Virginia on Thursday night. Game time will be just after 7 o'clock, we're being told, so we'll be on the air at around 6:59 on Thursday from Virginia. USF against the Virginia Cavaliers in round 3 of the WNIT. Folks, that will wrap up our broadcast. Special thanks to everyone back at Studio Central. And for everyone involved, I'm Tom Krasnicki reminding you the final score from courtside here at the Sundome. USF beating Coppin State 66-49. Good night, everyone, and we'll talk to you Thursday night from Virginia.